They repeatedly threatened him with termination until one day in the middle of the summer heat, he collapsed in someone's front yard. And the union has been absolutely silent about this man's death.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
All right, folks, want to try to get kind of rapid fire through some calls. We still, the lines are totally full, so basically each time somebody falls off, we have somebody else jump on. So we want to try to get to as many folks as we can. So let's try to keep the calls to, like 1 to 3 minutes if we can. The next caller is from an 812 area code. 812 area code. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Austin, and I'm from Evansville, Indiana. I was just wanting to call in and first off let people know that we are having a rally about this tentative agreement Sunday, October 27th, tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. But I also wanted to clear up some things about the tentative agreement, specifically the mandatory overtime language. I did check with my regional business agent, who's kind of like a representative for us, who has seen the full language on the tentative agreement, and the termination of the 1260 rule that will actually replace our current language in there, which actually the CCAs and PTF will be required with no protections whatsoever to work past those limits.
Gotcha. Appreciate you clearing that up. And you mentioned the rally that you're having. You're with BFN, right? Bill Defining NALC. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes. This is a sponsored BFN rally, yes.
Yeah, we're going to be having Tyler on next week to talk about it. And as you know, so like I said to Renfroe, since I'm not a letter carrier, and it's not my contract, I like to kind of get both sides, so to speak. So we want to let. So we're going to be hearing from Tyler next week.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, appreciate your call.
Yeah, appreciate you having me on.
Next caller is from an 845 area code. 845, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Patrick. I'm calling from New City, New York. I'm a proud member of Branch 137. I'm sure you're going to be bombarded with comments about the contract, but I wanted to touch base on something that's a little more personal to me. Last year, we lost a carrier at work named Eugene Gates. And he was quite literally worked to death by the management in his office. They repeatedly threatened him with termination until one day in the middle of the summer heat, he collapsed in someone's front yard. And the union has been absolutely silent about this man's death. And I find it absolutely reprehensible. All communication between carriers and management while on a route is meant to be done through the scanner. And the last message he received on the scanner was, keep it moving.
Yeah, that's tough.
And just the silence on this man's workplace death is just disgusting to me. Management, we were supposed to be given training to work in the heat. And I never got that training. And I know for a fact that there are offices across the country where management falsified the training and didn't actually give it to the carriers. So I would like a congressional investigation. Honestly, I think the people responsible for his death belong in a cell.
Yeah, no doubt. And we have I know that I'm sure you're not like a regular listener to the program, but we have a regular segment that we do called Boss Watch. I don't think we're going to be able to get to it this week, but we do have it as a newsletter. And like, it's amazing the shit that bosses get away with, right? I mean, this week we pulled multiple just in the last week where employers have been found to have been responsible for the deaths of their employees. So, and there's one that just came out in my city in Huntsville where this fellow was working at a countertop installation company, and he was struck by a stone slab weighing thousands of pounds because the employer did not fail to develop and institute safe procedures because they did not, or because they permitted workers to use a damaged rigging hook, and they allowed workers to use worn and damaged security straps, and they failed to ensure forklift attachments were manufacturer approved. In Georgia, again, this has just come out in the last week, there's a Macon tire manufacturing facility with a history of safety and health violations that they could have prevented the fatal injuries sustained by a 57-year-old maintenance worker. And the Alabama one, they were only fined. Nobody's going to jail for this, right? Nobody's even getting like any criminal anything. They just got a fine of $29,000. That's it. They killed a guy. $29,000. This one in Georgia, the one in Georgia is a little bit more. It's $270,000, but that's only because the company Kumo Tire Georgia has a substantial history of noncompliance with safety and health requirements. Since 2015, the facility has been inspected 9 times, resulting in 52 violations. So all that to say, and still, even all that, it's only a fine. Nobody's going to jail, right? So yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right, and it's constant. People die on the job every day because of bosses, and it's crazy that we just allow that to happen without any sort of penalty for it. But I appreciate your call.
Thank you.
Hey, 5 seconds. Just wanted to say that this is only possible because of our donors. If you want to see more of this, then consider donating yourself at tvlr.fm/donate.
Got another caller, 304 area code. 304 area code. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Jacob. My name is also Jacob. I'm from Branch 531 in Charleston, West Virginia.
Jacob from West Virginia. Great name. Appreciate you calling in. What's on your mind?
I just want to thank you for giving all the carriers a voice. And, buddy, I'm following up Corey Walton and JH, and my day is made, brother.
There you go. There you go. So you listen to them?
Yeah, I just wanted to let you... Oh, of course. Every day that I can. And throughout them 500 days that our contract was not passed, I was listening to them every single day. Every video they posted, every interview they took, any podcast that they made, I listened to every word of it. I think a lot of other city carriers did as well.
Yeah, so what did you think about, interested in your thoughts generally on the TA, and then what Renfroe had to say this morning?
Mr. Renfroe left us hanging for 20 months. And I opened up the TA for the first time, and it said 1.3%. I didn't have to move any farther than that. And I wanted to make it clear that you got all these people calling from places in our country where it's way more expensive to live than where I live in West Virginia, little old West Virginia carrier. You know, it's not that expensive to live here. You got these people in New Hampshire, New York that have called, and I'm sure your phone lines have been full of them. And if you stayed on here long enough, every single state would be represented from these carriers.
Right.
Yeah, I just, it's not expensive to live here. I really feel bad for those people that are struggling to pay their bills in bigger cities. I'm living in little old Charleston, West Virginia. It's not that easy for me either, but those people are really struggling. And I just wanted to thank you for giving us a voice. I want to thank Corey Walton for everything he's posted, all the criticism he's given Mr. Renfroe, and JH for just being honest, even though he's not a carrier, just being honest. I mean, that helps us out a lot, giving us a voice.
Right. Well, Jacob from West Virginia, appreciate your call. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Jacob.
Yep. Caller from a 270 area code. 270 area code. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, I hope it's okay. I want to be honest. I'm a city letter carrier, and I feel I've already been blackballed in my union and hurt my local branch by speaking out. Is it okay if I keep that private?
It is. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm a city carrier. I currently have a large number of grievances pending arbitration at the higher level for over a year. No dates are scheduled yet. No plans to resolve my cases. My union does nothing. Brian talks off both ends of his mouth. This contract is a joke. I won't keep you guys too long because I can't say anything that hasn't already been beautifully said. At National, they tried to threaten people to vote against him. This union's falling apart. I hope people like Corey can keep us together. And that's all I want to say. There is a change.org petition asking for Renfroe's resignation. I really recommend you Google Brian's name. It's about the 5th result in Google. It's very easy to sign up for. That's about all I had to say.
Thanks for your call. Appreciate you calling in.
You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.